I might be dressed too warmly today. Once I get on the road, I'll give you guys an update. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I think I am dressed too warmly. I'll shed some of it. Alright, so I had hoped to be given a triumphant update on February 3rd. Well, there are a number of things that I was hoping to do. For one, I should have been in a Westwind jet flying out to Vail. But that trip was canceled at the last minute, which tied up my schedule for 6 days. And I had to unravel that because I had a number of requests that I was trying to accommodate. At any rate, that trip was canceled, so I immediately shifted gears and said, hey, let me call my mechanic back and say, hey, I'm ready to go. You know, so I was hoping it's a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful VFR day. Would have been a great testing day for my engines, but as it turns out, he had some fairly serious surgery, which unfortunately, well, fortunately it came out very well, but unfortunately it ties him up for a while, and he's quite uncomfortable. At any rate, I don't know how long he'll be tied up for. He's gone to the doctors today, but it ain't gonna happen this week, which is it's hard. It's hard for me to be patient when I've invested north of $100,000 in upgrades to my airplane, and I want to get my hands on it. I really want to get my hands on it. But at any rate, I told him, and I mean it, his health comes first. So I just have to suck it up and deal with delays. If you're ever doing aviation projects, that require any degree of complexity, 2.5 times the original estimate is what I would recommend. That based on my experience. 2.5 times is a reasonable expectation for you to have. So it looks like sometime in February I will be able to start test flying it. February normally has bad weather, so it's unfortunate that we can't get it done. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I do have this beautiful motorcycle, and I'm out on a beautiful day. I got some stuff done around the house for my wife that she really wanted done, and then I can feel better about going for a bike ride. I've been working down in Dallas on the G280, which is kind of cool. It's a wonderful machine. The training has been tough, mostly because it is difficult for me to be away from home. When my wife has her plate full, we both knew that it was going to be tough, but it gets difficult beyond 2 weeks. You know, I just don't want to be there. And what makes it worse is if you have a couple days off down there and you're in a hotel and the DFW area is kind of barren. So it makes it uncomfortable. So at any rate, there was good news. Very good news. It turns out that they need me back in the Astra program this month, and they're going to hold me back up north. And I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled with that. And I told them that I'll do whatever the boss wants, but I'm happy to be home for a little while and give Dallas a break. So that's what we're doing. Well, then the news got even better. The news got even better in that they've hired a couple of people, new folks on the G280 program from Dallas. So they're going to want to get them through the program, so that looks like I may get bumped in the classroom training. I may get bumped in the classroom training for March. It looks like I have been, actually. Of course, all this is subject to change. End of that story is that the result of that is that I'll be going to Savannah in March. That's the current plan. So my hope, expectation I should say, is to fly myself to Savannah. I have a already arranged for a decent price on a tie down for 2 weeks, as long as it'll take, down in Savannah. They were very gracious. They have very expensive fuel there, but I'm going to make sure that I buy some and give back, because they're saving me considerable money. It's like $85 instead of $25 a day for 2 weeks. You know, you figure out the math. It's a pretty good deal for a light twin. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. So the point is, won't it be great to not have to deal with the airlines, to jump on an airplane, your own airplane, fly yourself down there in 3 hours, park the airplane someplace safe, and then when you're all done training, instead of waiting until the next day, walk over to the airport and fly on home. Looking forward to that very much. Don't come out. Don't come out. So that's the plan. Now, that's Frank's idea. That's Frank's plan. I don't always get my way. Thus, I'm riding the motorcycle and not flying the airplane today. I don't always get things to go exactly my way. I am not crying because all that's happened to me is I'm waiting an extra 2 weeks for an amazing airplane with new engines. So I really can't complain all that much. Having said that, I can see a scenario where I get to test fly this thing, get all the boxes checked, but don't quite have hours on the engines yet when it comes time for Savannah. And I'll have to make the safety decision not to take it. I can't say how badly that would suck. But I will make the safe call. I will make the safe decision not to take the airplane if I haven't had the chance to do it. Why risk it? There's no reason to risk it. I can wait. Right now my wife still can't travel. She's home with Mom. But eventually we'll break out of that and we'll be able to go enjoy ourselves. So what does that do? So where does that leave me? So it leaves me for hopefully being able to fly my airplane down to Savannah in March and back. That'll be very cool. And that'll bring it all together for me in terms of retirement plan. I get to play with simulators. I get to fly my airplane. I get to work at an airport and fly to another airport where I'll work, because the flight safety is right on the field in Savannah as well. So all that is just too cool. So I have a plan of attack for my test flying. I might as well talk about that since I can't actually do it. I can talk about it a little bit. For my airplane, I think, and this is just in general terms because I'm riding a motorcycle and have to pay more attention to that than other details. So the plan of attack generally will be to sit in the airplane and get the camera set up. Now, if I feel like I'm stressed, I won't set the cameras up. And quite honestly, most of the time that I haven't been in the airplane for a while and I get back in to do it again, I don't putz with the cameras. It's one more distraction I simply do not need. But if I have time and I feel inclined, I'll set the cameras up and promise myself to forget about them. You know, once I get them tuned and started, I'm not going to worry about it. It either works or it doesn't. I'll do this. Oh, telegraph. So, once I get there, I'll do the cameras. I'll sit in the airplane by myself and I'll do some things like update the data. I found a good deal on JEP data. I did not know existed. You all probably did, but I didn't. The good deal for the JEP data is that if you get the 530 WAS, full USA, which I have been doing, then they will give you for free access to that on one device in ForeFlight. And they give it to you in JetView as well, but I don't do JetView at all. I don't like it. So ForeFlight, I loaded, and I have been paying $400 for USA and Canada charts on ForeFlight. I use them for work, and I want to go to Canada, you know, and I use them to fly myself. Anyway, now instead of that, I expanded my coverage on the Garmin 530 from full USA to full Western Hemisphere, which is basically the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, Latin America. I'm not going there, but you know, you get the idea. And I get one subscription to the charts for all of those regions. That more than meets my needs. The only thing I'm not covered for is the failure of that one device. So I'll make sure I find other ways to back myself up just in case that one iPad blows up.